The nice
I'm
one.
the nice
You're
one.
The nice one.
I'm the nice one.
Her on the other hand, she's the crazy cool.
Right.
Hey, I'll be that.
Well, because losing out money, you got to take going through so much to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. You know, who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. Here. My wife looked at this, the feminine side, because that's all I had really gotten to at that point. And she was like, this is what you'll be remembered for. And your acting will be just a footnote. And, you know, she nursed me back to life because I was angry. I was really angry. And I was going to use all of the knowledge that I had, and I was going to destroy mankind.
Hollywood's been looking real uneasy lately. People are saying Katt Williams just cranked the pressure all the way up after fresh surveillance footage surfaced from Diddy's parties. And with Joe Rogan and Terrence Howard weighing in, this suddenly doesn't feel like ordinary celebrity drama anymore. Now, if you've been around the culture, you already know Sean Combs is serving jail time. Yeah, the 4 years the judge Aaron Subramanian handed him on 2 lesser charges out of the 5 counts he was dealing with. But folks, that sentence didn't settle anything. Instead, it pushed the door wide open. And Katt Williams isn't holding back. Everybody knows he's been exposing a lot lately. Right now, he's speaking on celebrities and who got caught up in Diddy's situation. This isn't some ordinary rumor. He's talking about videos as evidence.
These big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
The first video that surfaced showed Busta Rhymes and DaBaby at one of those freak-off parties. The footage allegedly captured Busta embracing Diddy from behind in a way that had people in the streets pushing back hard and denying it. DaBaby was there as well, appearing comfortable in a setting that allegedly became much wilder once the cameras stopped rolling. Katt Williams releasing this footage had Joe Rogan and Terrence Howard reacting in real time, discussing how these private events allegedly evolved into something far darker than typical industry parties.
What's up?
Let me gather myself, man.
These is chocolate brothers from
Hey,
another mother. Hey, yo,
out,
this
man.
brother that shit gave me so much love in every record.
Man, I appreciate
you know what I'm
it.
saying? And
I appreciate you,
fucked
baby.
with him.
Appreciate
we
you,
done
man.
had lunch.
Yeah.
And then we spent
That
New Year's
was dinner.
together.
That was dinner for lunch.
Hey,
That's your
check
spot.
this out. This is your night, yo.
Yeah, for sure.
You the
Appreciate
hottest nigga in the game.
Appreciate
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
And we gonna go and
Let's
and
do
rip
it.
this. We're gonna have a good time.
easy.
Everybody give him a round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. That's right, for Kurt. My guy right here.
Good to see you, baby. You look good with that all black and them diamonds on you.
Yeah, I told you what it was.
Starting with DaBaby, if you've been following the industry chatter, you'd know the rumors about him being DL aren't anything new. They've been circulating for years, dating back to the beginning of his career. And now, with resurfaced claims linking rappers who were closely associated with Diddy to allegedly being part of his inner circle, people are putting the pieces together fast. The talk around town is that DaBaby may have been making certain compromises for industry opportunities. Y'all remember when DaBaby seemingly told on himself? The guy was talking proudly about attending a highly exclusive Diddy party with Beyoncé and Jay-Z back in early 2020, explaining how Diddy had taken a major interest in him, if only he had known what kind of interest Diddy was allegedly showing.
This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put him out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and maybe about 15 others.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, two of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put it into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had to.
Word on the street is that not long after that, he got another invitation to one of Diddy's private parties. Before long, people began noticing he was becoming a regular face at those events. Now, some people believe that period may have played a part in why his behavior started drawing so much attention. If you followed his career, or what became of it, you've probably noticed he appeared to be spiraling for quite a while. Take that Tampa Bay concert, for instance. DaBaby ended up hitting a female fan while making his way to the stage after she allegedly flashed a bright phone light into his eyes. The crowd immediately turned against him, booing him until he left without performing a single song. He later issued an apology, but then added that he would have responded the same way if the person had been a man. Rather than easing the situation, that remark only caused more people to question what was really happening. A lot of people weren't persuaded by the apology, dismissing it as nothing more than damage control, especially since it wasn't the first time he had been tied to a public controversy. In an earlier incident, one of his security guards knocked a female fan to the floor after she got too close to him. At the time, neither DaBaby nor anyone on his team publicly apologized for what happened.
Sincerely apologize, I do. I'm very sorry that there was a female on the other end of that flashlight on that phone. But keep in mind, I couldn't see you because you got the flash this close to me, which is okay, it's no problem. A lot of people did. They didn't put it as close as you put it, but a lot of people had flash on me, and that's okay, that's what I signed up for. That's the risk I take when coming to, put on a show for my fans. It's dangerous, I'm blindsided, cool. I'm with that. But out of all them fans, how many people know how to zoom in? Just zoom in instead of popping me in my phone. So I do apologize. There was a female on the other end, but I think by this time, it's a well-known fact that male or female, I would have responded the same exact way.
The streets are saying, if this is what Katt leaked first, then what else is hiding on those surveillance tapes? Things got even messier when old footage started making the rounds again. It showed DaBaby meeting Diddy outside a club on New Year's Day. Did Diddy call him chocolate, and did DaBaby call him baby?
What's up?
Let me gather myself, man.
These is chocolate brothers from another mother. Hey, yo, this brother that gave me so much love in every record.
Man, I appreciate
you know what I'm saying? And
I appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you.
We done had lunch.
Yeah.
And then we spent New Year's together.
That was dinner for lunch.
Hey, yo, check this out. This is your night, yo.
Yeah, for sure.
You the hottest nigga in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you.
And we gonna go and rip this. We're gonna have a good time.
Everybody
give him a round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. That's right, for Kurt. My guy right here.
Good to see you, baby. You look good with that all black and them diamonds on you.
Yeah, I told you what it was.
Folks are saying it's giving real DL vibes, and let's be honest. What grown man casually calls his homeboy chocolate? One user came in strong, saying, Diddy was running through these rappers' cheeks. Another user wrote, don't call another man something edible like chocolate. Shifting back to Busta Rhymes, his name has been coming up in the conversation too. You probably remember Tony Newman, the transgender advocate who has claimed to have ties within those celebrity circles. In a past interview, she alleged that people in her circle attended these so-called freak parties. During that discussion, she specifically brought up both Diddy and Busta Rhymes as familiar faces. She also claimed that Diddy lived one way behind closed doors while presenting a completely different image in public, and alleged that the same was true for Busta Rhymes.
Who in fact told that he likes women, so he would in fact have to be bisexual. I've heard Sean Combs is in fact bisexual from people who used to work in his company. So I'm assuming I'm not had sex with Sean Combs. I've not spoken to Sean Combs.
The next video making the rounds, Katt Williams allegedly released footage showing Diddy and Jay-Z at the same private gatherings. The tape reportedly captured them appearing together in settings where boundaries were allegedly being pushed. Joe Rogan reacted live, saying it ties into the larger power structure within the entertainment industry. Terrence Howard breaking down how these elite circles allegedly operate behind closed doors. Terrence saying that everyone at those freak-offs had allegedly been involved in some wild behavior, including using substances and acting recklessly. The streets started connecting the dots fast because Jay-Z and Diddy weren't just business associates. There are clips resurfacing of Diddy and Jay-Z collecting people's phones before those alleged wild private parties.
All those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You should have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were high or whatever.
They were allegedly heavily connected within the same circles where young talent was reportedly drawn into wild gatherings. Katt Williams making it clear that these tapes allegedly reveal just how reckless things became once the public image was switched off. He even pointed to that moment when Diddy slapped Jay-Z, with people in the streets saying that kind of behavior isn't normal. Now, stop right there because this lands differently when you look at the pattern. Katt Williams next allegedly leaked surveillance footage showing Meek Mill with Diddy on Epstein's Island. In that clip, Diddy was allegedly heard calling Meek "Daddy" on camera. Folks are saying it's giving major DL vibes.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
People even point back to that Vegas birthday celebration Diddy threw for him. It wasn't even on his actual birthday, but it lined up perfectly with the major fight weekend when the entire city was packed with big names. Diddy rented a full Parisian-style mansion for more than 25 grand and made sure Meek remained the center of attention throughout the night. Sources claimed the place became chaotic fast. Dancers moved throughout the rooms, substances allegedly circulated, and the atmosphere reportedly became reckless behind closed doors. By the time everything ended around 3 o'clock in the morning, the property manager reportedly walked into a disaster. Broken bottles, stained bedding, and signs of wild activity that left blood in places nobody wanted to explain. Meek reportedly left the scene quickly, visibly shaken. Word on the street was that he walked away injured and bleeding after whatever allegedly happened once the cameras stopped rolling.
Happy birthday, Sean. Happy birthday.
Y'all remember that leaked tape that's been making the rounds in the streets for a while? The one that a bodyguard from Diddy's parties allegedly leaked? The guy claimed outright that it was Diddy and Meek who were allegedly involved in what was happening on the recording. It got even worse when that audio later surfaced. The one people claim came from inside one of those environments. Meek pushed back hard at first, calling it fake, blaming AI, and talking about bots trying to bring him down. He went on long rants about being a voice from the trenches that powerful people wanted to silence. But the story kept changing. First, he said he was never around any of it. Then later, he admitted that he had attended some of those wild gatherings with Diddy, witnessed the chaos, the alleged enhancers circulating, and the late-night madness, but claimed he stayed away from the worst parts of it. On this live, though, Meek sounded like a man exhausted from constantly adjusting the narrative. His voice cracked when he began speaking about the islands.
What's up? Yeah, y'all already know we playing out this real life. Real life. Nigga, no Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you heard? Talk that Meek. Yeah, Meek.
Those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders.
Later, other clips reportedly surfaced showing that things had allegedly crossed serious lines. Meek appeared on a live stream in tears, speaking about environments he said he didn't fully understand at the time.
I'm at a point in my life like we all grew up in the streets and we try to be better, but they labeled us felons, sent us back to jail. I had to fight against that the whole time.
Joe Rogan reacting live, saying this changes the way people view Meek's relationship with Diddy. Terrence Howard pointing out how power allegedly takes advantage of young talent within these private circles. The streets saying the Meek tape allegedly explains why he became emotional when the island was mentioned. Katt Williams exposing how these surveillance videos allegedly connect all the pieces together.
This Meek Mill, and I would say my first time battle rapping, this was some real shit made me cry. And I was like a bad boy at the time. We was battling, but it wasn't about the battle. My whole hood was laughing at me, and I never got laughed at about shit. You can't bust on my sneakers. I turned around the pew with my eyes, got that lump in my throat, started crying, walked off. I said, oh, y'all gonna be banging my shit. I was like 12, 13 years old. Shout out to Diddy up in that battle. Yeah, no, for real. That rapping like he was 18. I swear to God, the crowd walked off home. I was on 23rd and Burks. I did the walk all the way home, and that gave me my motivation to become who I am today.
Folks have been asking, if Katt Williams is leaking these surveillance videos one at a time, what else could be on those tapes? That question has the streets talking. Next, Katt brought up the Sly Diggler and Diddy connection. He allegedly appeared in leaked footage from Diddy's freak-off parties. The tape reportedly captured Sly naming female celebrities he allegedly encountered during those private gatherings. Names like Beyoncé, Young Miami, and Daphne Joy were mentioned. Katt also presented photos as evidence, along with other material that we can't even discuss here.
Well, you started having sex with Jane Doe, and then Diddy actually joined in the first time?
Yeah, he joined in the first time because that's what she requested. She said she wanted two guys, so we was pretty much swapping out. He get from the back, I get and swap, you know. So yeah, that's what she asked for and that's what she got. But that was only the first time. We only did that once.
So he never joined in after that?
We'll swap sometimes though. Like we'd be in the same room and like he'll hit for a little bit, and then I do my thing, but like he would only like be in and he'd be in and out quick.
People weren't surprised when Katt mentioned Beyoncé because many had already been replaying that clip where DaBaby talks about who was allegedly present at those private gatherings.
This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib, like the influx of people he had put them out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and, you know, maybe about 15 others, you know.
Right.
Jay-Z and Beyonce being, you know, 2 of the other 15 people in the room. So that'll just put it into perspective of the type of company I was in at the moment, you know. And she came over and introduced herself to me like as if she had.
Joe Rogan reacting live, saying this footage allegedly reveals how deep the arranged companionship reportedly went. Terrence Howard breaking down how these gatherings allegedly relied on powerful names to keep everything under wraps. The streets saying Sly was caught on tape mentioning names that allegedly tie back to everything else Katt leaked. Busta and DaBaby appearing comfortable until things reportedly got out of control. Jay-Z and Diddy allegedly moving within the same circles. Meek allegedly found himself in situations on Epstein's Island that later left him emotional during a live stream. Sly allegedly naming female celebrities who reportedly crossed paths at those private parties. Trust the online community not to keep quiet. One user jokingly wrote, "You give up that boot, you turn fruity." Another said, "Why does the interviewer act like he doesn't know what Terrence Howard is talking about?" Yet another commented, "You don't have to wonder anymore why he was removed from certain projects and why his star faded." He summed it up best, "You never give up your man card for anything." What if Katt Williams is right and these surveillance videos really show what happened at Diddy's parties? What else could be on those tapes that has Joe Rogan and Terrence Howard reacting live? The streets have been paying attention. Now, with Katt releasing new surveillance footage, the conversation is growing louder and the machine is beginning to crack. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. And make sure to hit that like and subscribe button because this story is far from over. MHM